Greetings everyone, I'm Napoleon Complex, and welcome to the Battle of Megiddo, where we'll be playing as the Syro Canaanite alliance against the pharaoh Thutmose III. Now I have won this battle, but I lost the recording unfortunately, so this is a re-attempt, and I've not been able to beat this battle since. This is about my 12th attempt on it again. Here's the blurb if you'd like to read a bit about it, and I've decided that win or lose, I'm just going to do my best and then I'm going to show the result. So let's go for it. Right. The situation is that we have a large but beatable force of enemy chariots coming towards us. Now if we get lucky and we can get enough disruptions on these chariots, we can potentially break through and win the chariot battle here. So we can try and win this. What feels a lot less winnable is the infantry battles. We've got the infantry battle over here. You'll see that you've got these pressed spearmen who have above average quality, and they've got more archers than us as well, and they're facing off against these weak Syrian spearmen. They're unarmoured, they're below average, and even with the height advantage, these units just can't defend themselves against these superior spearmen. We're also outnumbered in terms of skirmishers. You can see more skirmishers around here, so we're not going to be winning the light battle. And over here it's just insane. It's basically the same setup. We've got this same basic layout of spearmen and archers, but you've also got these heavily armoured guardsmen, and they're facing basically the same opposition. I do have a few more soldiers over here than I have over here. But really that just means I've got more people over here who are going to die. So the only way I've found so far to stand a chance in this scenario is to try to win the chariot battle quickly and then break out onto the ridge here and then turn to face the infantry and fight off enough of them that we can get the rout percentage high enough to claim victory. Now we're going to need the massed archers' help to do that, so my first move is always to turn these massed archers around. And I've even tried hiding in the city. You can't get up here fast enough. I've tried holding my ground over here and bringing these forces in as reinforcements. You can't get there in time. So we're just going to have to try and avoid the infantry battle and win that way. It's not often I feel that a scenario is unbalanced. I'm usually more inclined to blame myself when things go wrong. But I don't see a consistent way to winning this battle. And it's that word, they are consistent. Once the player hits upon the winning strategy, unless they get extremely unlucky with their dice rolls, they should generally win. And that's just not happening here. I am not getting any consistent way to victory whatsoever. Right, these you guys need to move in this direction. The thing is, because the infantry are very little use in the chariot battle as well, so they're really just dead weight for this scenario. It's the archers that can really decide things. And we'll take these troops here, move them along. The massed archers will try and move along the ridge. They're going to want to get involved in the chariot battle, but they have to try and avoid the enemy force and the infantry. As I say, dead weight, just get the hell out of there. Right, now, things can go wrong immediately because the first thing we have to endure is the hail of arrows from the enemy chariots. Now thankfully, they often tend to waste their fire. Don't know why they decide to focus on that unit of all units. So sometimes you're lucky enough that they start doing half arcs like that. So far we're actually doing okay. Wonder why that unit of all things did they manage to turn. It's the only chariot unit that managed to do that. Okay. So we've had a good first run, no disruptions. So already the scenario is set up against us because the Egyptians get initiative. Okay. So what I'm going to want to do is... I need all of my archers engaged, so bring them up to here. Shoot. Shoot. Good. May as well fire there, that's the one that's in range. You guys can hit those guys, that group there. Fire. Excellent. So we want to cause as many cohesion tests as we can. Right. That's... shit. So already I've made a mistake, which is enough to cost you this battle. I should have moved them down and then fired. Right, move to here. Oh god, so I'm moving straight into a fire trap. Okay, move this unit down like that. Move this unit to here to confront Thutmose himself. Move this unit to here, fire here. And we can move this unit to here, fire here. Good. Okay. So that's how efficient you have to be here to win this battle. It's one of those very technical challenges that frankly aren't my cup of tea. Right. Give the unit facing Thutmose... Oh, we can't. Okay, we'll pass them along from the extreme of our wings then. They suffered worse, hit them. Okay, at least we caused the cohesion, and you know it hit them as well. It's all about those causing those cohesion tests. There we go. That's actually a really, really solid result. And that actually means that I've got enough spare capacity that I can take care of the skirmisher battle, which I don't always have the resources to manage. Let's see. Yeah, we want to try and take that control of that line there along the ridge. Right. This is the other thing we have to consider. We need to stay away from those light archers. Now, having played this a few times, I wonder if I can catch them with my massed archers. Just shoot them all down, because they're often a major annoyance. But I have to move quickly, because otherwise the Ammon spearmen will get me. But maybe I can catch them out with my infantry. I can't afford to just retreat passively. I need to be prepared to take rout percentage anywhere I can. Anywhere that won't immediately get me killed. No, the infantry here, on the other hand, I think really should just book it. Because they are not suited to this battle at all. Okay, next turn. Right, that's a very bad thing, but it's bound to happen somewhere on the line. Unfortunately, it happens to the worst unit it could have happened to, because I've really got no way of masking this. We're lucky that didn't continue any further, actually. That's actually somewhere my Syrian spearmen might be able to make themselves useful. But we also got all of this coming towards us, so we need to be quick. So many Egyptians. The absolute numbers disadvantage isn't actually that severe. It's the quality and just the way the troops are laid out at the start of the battle that makes this so difficult. Because because between their defensive infantry and the outnumbered chariots, Canaanites really don't have a way to concentrate firepower. And concentrating firepower is usually how you win on Deity. You basically find one section of the battlefield that you can focus your attentions on. And that's what lets you win. But right, hold on. Let's think about this. Because every move we need needs to be considered. Needs to be considered. We're not going to just go running through the line willy-nilly, so let's hit them there. Probably makes sense to hit that unit there then, because they'll have to turn otherwise. Right, okay. We'll shoot them there, because that unit's going to have to move somewhere anyway. We can cause a cohesion test. Nope. So, right, but that means that test will now hopefully be stronger. Okay, still not having great luck so far. Move the scarp. Thing is, they're now moving directly into archer range. Move to here just to mask ourselves a bit. Now here, the enemy are within bow shot. They'll move to here next. We could still conceivably escape, or maybe even try and kill them quickly. Oh, this feels like it, because focusing on the enemy lights never seems like a good idea. But these particular lights are really, really obnoxious. Well, I don't think we're going to get a better chance to shoot them down than this. I'm going to focus on that central unit because we can all fire at it. Really give that line a pounding. Okay, just let's see. So they're going to move in like that. You keep these two units on station, I'd say. Just keep our line on station, then if we're going to turn for the moment. Is that everyone? Nope, we've still got this side of the line to deal with. In fact, we've still got all of this to deal with. Since they have missile superiority here, I'm actually tempted to charge into melee. I think that's actually what I'm going to do. I don't expect to win here, but I do expect to at least slow them down. Fire at them, but then turn. Because I want to focus on Thutmose. Oh, nope, fragmented. Good, that's what we need. Now this is where we're going to suffer because I'm now going to have to move forward, which means I lose my stationary fire advantage. Okay, thankfully I haven't been punished too badly for it so far. Fire here. Okay, keep it up. We still need to manage our ammunition. Yes, I am very aware of the large Egyptian force moving up on us. We will eventually have to move. Alright, what exactly was my plan there? Those chariots need to be dealt with. Can't say I'm having a huge amount of luck here. Keep going. The charge there could actually work. Just in case they decide to do something weird, let's see. So they're going to move. These press spearmen could potentially move to here next turn. Or to here, in which case they'd be ready to attack these massed archers. So these massed archers need to be ready to go. Can't hang around and fight the enemy infantry. this group is going to break through with the chariots. Alright, next, yeah, they're on station. Next turn. Yep, saw that coming. They tried to run away. But we got very lucky that we didn't suffer any disruptions, given there was 5 cohesion tests. That's 5 dice rolls, and our men passed all of them. The enemy infantry are being rather slow to advance so far. Darn it. These light infantry are the bane of my life. That might have been a mistake. So this is bad. We've suffered a disruption over here. Obviously, that's normally a routine occurrence, but when your resources are this tight, everything is the effect of everything is amplified. Okay, and the fact that we didn't manage to break them that turn hurts us. Shoot them here. You might cause an instant fragmentation. Okay, well in that case, we should definitely cause one with this attack here. Okay. Wow, that's excellent. So we just disrupted Thutmose's unit. Shoot. Right, fire with the obvious unit first of all. Keep shooting him. Right, what do you think about this now? Just keep breaking these units. Break their force down. Unfortunately, I can't turn because the chariots are in the way. And of course, we know that this unit just needs to skedaddle. Leave the form the infantry up here and just start getting them into a position where they can turn around, because I will have to bring them back into the battle at some point. So obviously, the thing is, this group is obviously in trouble. Good. Anyone left who can shoot? Take a pot shot. Well, that was lucky. Right, push them off. Oh no, that's it, they're dead. I was hoping they'd push into these fragmented chariots. Okay, they fragmented. No. Would have liked to hit something a bit more important. Hold your fire. Shoot here. Right, this is actually going incredibly well. This is about the best. This is the best result I've had in ages. Of course, I can't do anything about how badly this is going. Well, at least we haven't had a fragmentation there. Do you have any other chariots left? Right, move them into here. Shoot this chariot group here. This is fantastic. So all of this is likely to dissolve soon if this keeps up. We're doing really, really well. Over here it's not quite so optimistic. Let's see how these slingers actually end up doing. It's a fragmentation. So, this is what you get when you get below average troops trying to fight on their own. So turning around was actually a really, as you might have expected, was a really big mistake. Have the archers try and do a fighting retreat. I'll have my infantry get the hell out of here. And what would we achieve exactly by trying to set up a flank attack there? They're just going to break next turn anyway. It's tempting to charge here and try and break through out into open terrain, because otherwise I'm just going to take a ton of arrow fire. You know what? I'm going to do that. Okay, fine. Next turn. Highly superior troops will rally a lot. Stuff like that's kind of a kick in the teeth. I don't mind disruptions when I suffer multiple volleys in a turn, but when it's a single volley that did the damage, you kind of feel a little bit cheated. It normally takes more effort than that. They were really quick. I didn't think they could do that. So this particular unit of advance, these two units here tend to advance really quickly. The guard tends to take their time, thankfully. We can dart past them here. I think that unit's going to have to be sacrificed. Yeah, this is not a good turn for us. We knew they were smoked anyway. It's not good enough. I need this line to dissolve. All of those red flags are pretty much gone. They held the ground for. I don't know why, but for some reason, you can't turn your chariots after you fight. I don't know what the reason is for that. Because as far as I know, there's nothing. You don't lose AP for shooting. Right, they need to fall back, and they need to move to here. Fire. Okay, shoot them. Pin them in place. You know what, that's not a bad idea. Excellent. With a bit of luck. While we've got ammunition, I'd rather use it to cause cohesion tests than just go for auto breaks. We don't have the... No, except that unit, but then we then have an exposed flank. Okay, well obviously I kind of have to just accept that. I think at this point we need to try and do something. That was sheer luck. Okay, that actually complicates their attack there as well, because the AI may be skittish about trying to attack there. So they're going to break. Let's just see what happens. I don't have any clever tricks to play here. May as well inflict some damage. Amazing. Oh, good. We did get something out of that. So the enemy line dissolve. I know it looks like it's going well, but usually the things do go well on Deity until your less numerous forces get ground down. Just cover them in the rear. I actually wish I focused on this unit now because I could have brought in the Javelin. I'm still going to bring in the Javelin. It's just more of a risk now. Right, as planned, dodge out of the way here. Give them the general because those archers might charge us while we're on the rough. Okay, right. Keep going. I think we're going to turn and flee now. This unit here is going to die in their play. Die with it. They stand there going to buy us time. So I think we're very likely to lose this unit and this unit. There's no way we can confront that massive onrushing Greeks. Greeks? Egyptians even. I think I called them Greeks because I'm having flashbacks of trying to fight the heavily armoured Greek units as the Achaemenid Persians. Start to subtly turn our infantry around. And next turn. Now this could be really hairy because a lot of our troops are in quite a vulnerable position. Interesting approach. We might be able to get a flank attack there. Depends what this unit... No, they moved to there. That all makes sense. They all run away next turn so we can escape from the onrushing press spearmen. We knew they were going to die. It's fine, we'll just walk. We will literally walk away. Hopefully bring half of their army with us. Good, they're choosing to shoot. That works to our advantage. We managed to get away. Good, they didn't manage to catch us. That's a desperation move from Thutmose because he's badly depleted. In some ways this honestly feels more like a survival scenario than a typical Field of Glory match. Because you're trying to fight your way through one force while keeping the others off your back. It almost feels like a rearguard scenario. Right, sorry, this is a very crowded battlefield and I need to get this right. We're going to lose there eventually unless it's a nasty impact, but if I general up, it's not too bad. Now we are now definitely going to win there. Okay. Throw. Loose. Okay. If you move to there to block that flank attack, and basically to keep their attention, general up here so that you stand your ground. I want you to threaten the... well, hold on, let's just take a look. How does this go, first of all? Well, he's fragmented anyway, so that I don't really need to do anything that drastic. Right, that... I would say, see how that goes, first of all. Because if we can disrupt them with fire, then there's no real issue. But I would... right. Wait a turn, we'll engage here, we'll come up onto their flanks. You be annoying and try and lure them into doing something stupid. Now, obviously we're going to break this unit here. Just trying to choose which unit to do it with. Both units, apparently. And now, right. Fire here. And yes, fire here. And our chariots here should break out. Fantastic. Okay, so they'll break out and they'll take some of the enemy with them. You guys should probably turn and face the two units that are about to try and murder you. Now this group can escape. I need to decide what I'm going to do when I start to bring these units into the... because now that melee fights are breaking out, the infantry might actually be able to support the chariots effectively. If we move this wounded unit of chariots... no, that... well... that might not be such a terrible thing. It's not that urgent for us to move our chariots into position. It is actually more important that we get these archers to turn. So they need to change their facing this turn. Keep falling back for now and hit them. Start causing them some consternation. Oh, they got away. Stay on the hill for now, might distract a portion of the enemy force. They're out. Okay, we know what the story is there. As for this situation here, right, they managed to crawl away for now. And get around the corner here. We're now going to get them around into the enemy's force. I think this is how I meant. This is one of the things that happened that allowed me to win last time. Looking at the enemy's skirmish. Well, they're going to be distracted by chop down our massed archers anyway. Yeah, so sometimes, the last couple of defeats, I haven't been able to break the left-hand side of the enemy chariot force, and that's been one of the things contributed to bringing me down, because my troops just get caught between the infantry and the chariots. But this time I have managed to bring the right flank down. I'm going to shoot the guard just despite them, kill a few of the enemy's most valuable soldiers. But beyond that, I don't think there's anything left to consider, other than actually opening fire with this unit. That would be nice. Which is about as close as we get to nice on this battlefield. Move in here, fire at them. Everyone's low on ammo anyway. Right, next turn. I think. Remember, kids, you can still die at any time. I question my chariot commander's decision to stand there, and that disruption is unfortunate. That route position is very unfortunate because I think they can now be flanked. They'd have also broken anyway. Now they are already disrupted, so we might pick up another route there. Interesting choice. Thutmose, true to character, a pretty tough person to get to run away. These chariots are actually just about finished. Keep falling back, it's better than melee. I don't suppose the generals. No, I know the general's nowhere near this. Probably. You couldn't even beat the unit of ordinary archers. Not even masked archers. Ordinary archers. I think we're going to need to give Thutmose a shove, ideally off a cliff. Finish them off here. Or not. Hit them again. Because they disrupted this. That was my plan, to kind of get a flank attack here. Right, hit them here and hit them hard. What am I gonna do? Okay. Is that really the best we can do? Right, get our general out of here because I'm not having him die in some hopeless skirmish. I'm trying to set up a flank attack here. If I can attack from just the right angle, I might be able to do it. They can't actually. Okay, they can't fire next turn. It wouldn't be wise for them to try. Don't do anything with them yet, but that's good that we have that option. Because I need to. Right, first thing that needs to happen is I need to block this force off here. Because otherwise they'll just stop my flank attack. The next thing that has to happen is I have to engage this unit here. May as well go for the disrupt as well. And I have to engage from this tile. Okay, we've managed that. I do also need to block them. No, that's not very sensible, is it? Advance to here and threaten. And that's the flank attack set up, hopefully. What I can do is move to here and angle. And that might be something I can convert into something at some point. Field of Glory is sometimes all about setting up little opportunities that might not seem you might not get what you want immediately, but if you keep setting up opportunities, eventually something will fall into your lap. The situation is horrible. Just go and push back against them. Give their archers something to worry about. I can't charge out there. They'll just end up in this mess here. Alright, they're on their way out. Turn away, actually, because they're not going to be able to do anything against us. Well. You do say that. But some of my infantry are getting awfully close to this side of the battlefield. So you should probably fall back just so you don't get fired at by stationary threat archers. Right, next turn I think. Oh no. How did I not? I'm getting tired. There's no way I would have normally not spotted the flank attack. That obvious. That was right there in plain sight, and I moved straight into it. Sorry folks, I've been trying this for... It's not just that I've been trying this. This is my third time in the battle today. I have been trying this for weeks. I'm just tired of it. And ironically, even though I've tried the battle multiple times, I'm actually more likely to make a mistake just because it's stale. If they just held on another moment, we would have gotten that flank attack. But I don't expect Deity to give me any freebies. Especially not in this battle. You can do everything right in this battle and still lose it, so when I'm playing suboptimally, I'm just going to get massacred. This chariot's just broke through everything. He's going to crash into the massed archers, and for some reason they went to here. Okay, that means I can actually implement my plan here. Move them to here. Let's see. See, they've now got the hill. This is the problem. You have to push forward at some point. but when you push forward, the enemy now have the advantage that you had. So we have to try. We have to try and that could work. Hello. If only they'd broken, we could have gone that unit as well. But with that, surely I'll be able to at least be able to set up the infantry there. Unless that happens. Luckily I have a backup. Okay, so I can almost get to them. Because I can engage there then and hit them from two sides. So we can move to there, they all get pinned in and destroyed, and we can start to destroy them next turn. We move to here. They've obviously just pushed something away. I actually forget what happened there. These guys, by some miracle, actually survived. They were all busy killing the poor archers over here. Why can... Oh, of course, because they're engaged there. Right, let's move over to here, I guess. So... We obviously have dangerous chariots setting up here. At least see if we can kill them. Nope. Nope, that was the most underwhelming chariot charge in history. So, this is gonna go now. We're not gonna win this. Could try and go after their masked archers here. Put them in place here. Start shooting arrows into them. And since we've got this chariot unit under control, turn around here and start harassing this unit. Hopefully we can get a few flank attacks in, drive them off the map that way. Keep moving over here to help with that, and I think with the chariot battle going the way it's going, we should probably turn our attention to this side of the field here, because we're going to have to fight. Right, next turn. Okay, this is just where I need to get into... I fought plenty of tough tournament battles where I was on the back foot, and I just had to get out of it by just sheer dogged persistence and looking for every opportunity to score hits against the enemy. That definitely helps. Less the victory and more the fact that we just didn't disrupt. They're going to have to turn. But of course I've got the archers on me now. But that's why I waited. The archers have gone after my chariots over here, which means they're distracted. I can now go after the enemy's massed archers potentially, while keeping the enemy in check with my own massed archers. I don't know how they got over there. Well, we don't want them to be there. They need to get the heck out of Dodge. They must have pursued a unit of routing chariots. Well, I can't afford to lose chariots in avoidable situations like that. Oh no. This game is just determined to kick me in the nuts, isn't it? Well, at least they stopped short for a turn at least. Feels more like deterred state. It seems more like a delayed death sentence than a reprieve. General up, engage to pin them in place, and we're going to have to go for the break here. Good. Okay, so we have a chance in that fight. Pin them in. We're at a disadvantage here. So we'll move around to flank them again. Now, oh, they've got themselves into a right pickle. Nope. How are they doing? They're winning. Move to here. Keep them honest. Except they've got the... Oh, you've got all of this coming to kill us. And there's nothing I can do about that. They can flank from there, can't they? There's basically nothing I can do about any of this. I can at least shield them from being attacked here. That's probably the best I can do. We're going to win that, I think, without any further resources, so I need to turn my attention towards this difficult fight over here. So since we've got the advantage, let's just bring everything over towards this side of the battlefield and try and get some kind of advantage here. If I move my Syrian spearmen to here, there's a chance that they might go after the massed archers and not my Syrian spearmen. There's just a chance. I'm banking on it. I'm banking on that as an option. Or should I wait? Oh God. I don't have any. I don't have any good choices. Right, leave them in. Let's see. I say leave them in position. And I'll bring these Syrian spearmen, they might be able to drive off the chariots. Okay, next turn. And that's pretty much the end of it. Well, actually no, we should be able to withstand the chariots there at least. Luckily I haven't been too aggressive. Yeah, but we got that unit there. I think that was the last. That was the last of the missiles they actually had. And the flank attack worked out. Because they're pursuing, they'll get the flank attack. Because they can ignore, yeah. Well, it wasn't so bad in the end. Because it happened during the turn I can't move. I really wish they changed that. Because there's so many times where that screwed me over. Just because it happened during the resolution of during the turn resolution. Move to here, that will at least give us a height advantage here. And you know what? Push them here. And get the flank attack next turn. If we could push those chariots off somehow, we would be able to then okay, now it has to actually be possible to do that, or plausible to do it rather. We do actually have a pretty good angle on this group, because we could potentially get flank attack in next turn, in the next couple of turns. Hit them here. Break them. Still no break. We don't need their attentions. So all of that only added 3%, only added 2% to the rout percentage. Move in here, keep them honest. Hang on. Because remember we were trying... No, it's that unit I was trying to get an attack on. This group's almost dead, they really need help. I was hoping they'd continue the attack. Unfortunately not. We did get the cohesion test in the end, but they held firm. Keep going. I don't know why I did that. And shoot. Next turn. Why did that? I'm tired. I shouldn't be trying this, but I'm just determined to get this battle done. One way or the other now. How did they get disrupted like that? They lost impact. I need that flank attack. No, fragmented. You get very lucky there. Helps a little bit. There we go. There's the flank attack we made all those sacrifices to get. Now we're actually beating the enemy infantry here. If we could actually manage to break this infantry force, then we might stand a chance. Let's see. There are a few members of our chariotry force. Could give them a shove in the right places. So where do they end up going? Hit them here. threaten them here. This will give the AI something that they have to respond to. Let's group forward. I'm worried about these chariots. And the enemy melee force is now closing in on us. Right, you guys see if you can drive them off the map again. You lot, come back to the field. General up. Push. Okay. Those chariots will move up and block us if I don't do something about this. So push them here. Okay, we'll get that's going to block my flank attack. Not quite what I was going for there. Right, shoot at them here. Okay. Wow, okay. Well, I don't really have much of a choice, do I? Hopefully they'll break next turn. Better to break out through the enemy skirmishers. At least they're low on javelins now. Give them the general, see if you can give them the last push they need. 43%. They're both stuck pursuing, okay. They're trying to catch my chariots. See if you can draw them off. Next turn. Interesting choice. Why did I do that? Flank them. Okay, we got them there. We got them here. 48%. They just managed to get. They're just a step ahead of me. I can move here, I suppose. Okay, maybe they're not one step ahead of me after all. We're masking that tile there, so I probably shouldn't step in it. We know they're about to break. Throw our missiles here. Nope. You're running away. You are not getting away from this. If I'd engaged them there, I would have got the flank. If only they could turn. No, they're not going to stand their ground. Turn them around. Don't suppose there's I don't even know where their general is or if he's still alive. Nope. Which leaves me with a much less safe option. Amazingly, that's of course that's the impact they stick. I don't know how people who play rage games do it. This is because I've tried this. This has just been infuriating. Don't have any choice. Wherever I move, I'm going to get attacked. You know what? If they're going to move away, turn around. You might be able to rally up and come in at the key moment. Okay, good, I didn't forget about them. Hmm. Just the absurdity of this. We're trying to fight in one direction while desperately fleeing from another. Well, I'm charging here. Crack them. No way. Okay, that was good. Ugh. That should cause them to retreat, because then... Okay, not quite how I expected that to go. Push here. No luck, but if we can just hold them off for a little bit longer. Give them the general, please. Because if they can hold out for a turn, we can get the flank attack off. Is that a good idea? Is that really what I want to try to do? Well, with all of this stuff closing in my rear, I think it really is. Make sure I select the right unit. And I've been caught here. Well, it's going to be over one way or another in a couple of rounds. Luckily they held firm here. Charge here. I just want to see how this it might have possibly got in the way of their attack on me here. They're gonna hopefully they'll go after my massed archers, which are pretty beaten up anyway, rather than one of my fully formed units. Don't know who they saw. I don't particularly care at this point. Just don't move, don't do anything, don't move a muscle. Next turn. They're going downhill against us, so that's going to be ugly. But at least they can hold off for a time. We only need to get them to 60%. I'd given up. I thought we'd lost. I was so sure that we'd lost that I basically I was barely even putting energy into my commentary anymore. As I said, I've tried this 11 times now. So the fact that we're anywhere close to victory is nothing short of a miracle. That's really helpful. That could be. I think we've won. I think we will win this now. Okay. See if we crack them there. That's 56%. And they're disrupted. Right. As long as I don't do anything to actively lose the battle now. Break them here. Okay, they're fragmented. Shame I don't have enough. We will. Right, no gambling. We'll bring them in here. $59%. 59%. Move them away so they don't panic. So the rest of my army doesn't panic when this group unit goes down. But there's not really any point in moving them further away. You can at least block the Egyptian guard here. That won't really save the unit, will it? Keep them going forward and move to here so you don't get crushed. Should have given them the general's guard. Okay. Remember, an enemy unit can always rally and just throw all of this out the window. Actually, move to here. There's a chance, because they could have, otherwise they just push me out the way and then attack. You can now just stay out of it. We don't want to risk that unit getting routed. It becomes 59-59 or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, of course, why wouldn't they? We might have won this, because if we rout that fragmented chariot unit and none of the enemy units rally, then that means we've done it. One more middle finger from Lady Luck. That wasn't even luck, that was just the auto break doing. It's determined to keep me on the edge of my seat, isn't it? We've done it, we've won, thank God. I did not have fun with that. That was technical difficulties and attempt after frustrated attempt and crushed dreams. But it's over, it's done, I can say I'm free from Megiddo. Okay folks, I've been Napoleon Complex. Thanks for watching my video. And if you've made it this far, I'd appreciate it. I'm not going to ask you to like, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. I was tired, I was fried, I was irritable, that was not me at my best. But I hope you appreciated this hellish struggle. And I hope to see you in the next one where hopefully I'll be a little bit brighter. Farewell for now. You're definitely letting them all up. Jesus Christ.